guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be on the Nubian palette by Juvia's, and I am so excited to introduce this palette to you guys and do swatches and give my review and my opinion on this palette. The way I was introduced to this palette was really funny. I was on Snapchat and then I saw Nikki Tutorial Snap when she got these in the mail and she started swatching them on her hands, and it looked incredible and it looked so promising. Like, the colors were the colors that I personally would use, so I went ahead and I went and bought it, and I am so excited to talk to you guys about this palette. Okay, so first off, the packaging is like this. It comes in like a plastic cardboard packaging. It says the Nubian palette by Juvia's was inspired by an African empire in Old Egypt headed by beauty icon Nefertiti, famously endowed with strength and spirituality. This palette consists of 12 shades, beautiful, coordinated to be reflected on golds, coppers, browns, and nudes as seen in an Egyptian empire. So once you pop open the packaging, the palette will just slide out, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's very sleek and slim, very lightweight, so when you're traveling, I would say it's a very, very good traveling palette. And then when you open it, the shades are like this, and yes, I did dig through this palette before I decided to film a review because I wanted to try the shadows before I actually give a review on it. So there's mattes and shimmers in here, and satin shimmers and shimmers in here. So there are 4 matte colors in here. 5 satin shimmer shades, and then 2 really intense shimmer shades on the side, and they don't have names. I will swatch them by row for you guys. The only con I think about this palette is that there is no mirror, so when you're trying to really do your makeup with this palette, like, you're just staring at this picture. There's no mirror for you to actually do your makeup. You'll have to go in and find a different mirror for yourself to do your makeup. When Nikki swatched them, I was very, very surprised with the pigmentation. I was like, wow, it's super pigmented. I was really excited to get this in the mail. And when I was working with these shades and testing out these shades, some shades did have intense fallout, even though I did tapped off the excess before applying it. So if you go in with the super metallic shades on the side, these two here, especially these two, they will have incredible fallout. So you have to be super, super careful. I would recommend priming your eyes before doing these super intense shadows because they're gonna fall off, and as you're blending out the shades with these colors, they will fall out too. So I would be super aware with these, especially these 2 colors right here. But these are gorgeous shadows. I remember when I got the Lorac palette, I was super wowed by the buttery pigmentation and how nicely it applied. This is the same, but I find like the Lorac palette wowed me more. It didn't have as much intense fallout as the Nubian palette, and this one had more intense fallout for me personally. But this palette is super good. I'm not trying to degrade this palette in any way. I'm just saying that it didn't wow me. I like this palette, but it didn't wow me. I will do more close-up swatches later. And then this one was the one I'm talking about. Super buttery. Look at my finger. I just dipped it in. Super buttery right here. Went on very seamlessly on my finger, but when you apply it on your eyes, it will get chunky and there will be excess. As you can see probably in a close-up, there are chunky bits right on that swatch. So I'm just saying, like, the super intense colors, there will be chunky bits coming out. And then here comes the other very chunky eyeshadow swatch. Like, even by swatching like this, do you see the chunkiness? I understand, like, it's a shimmer, it's super metallic, very chunky on my hand, and when you swatch it, look how chunky this one comes on. That one is super chunky on my hand. Like I said, like, the Lorac palette really wowed me. That was like the first makeup palette I got that really, whoa, like, intense pigmentation, super good color payoff. Again, I'm not saying that this is not a good palette. I feel like this palette is such a good everyday color palette. Like, you have your neutrals, you have like your creamy shades, your satin shimmers, and your super, super intense shimmers for when you want to go out. You know what I mean? Definitely, I would be super careful with these two colors right here, and especially this one right here. They come off on the swatches chunky, and just when you use it, you'll see like fallout. So you might want to apply your eyes before doing foundation, concealer, because it might mess up your whole makeup look. What else do I want to say? And I mean, I really like this palette, but no mirror. And then these two super intense shades are very chunky when I swatch them and apply them on my brush as well. A lot of excess even though I tapped it out. So let's hop into the arm swatches, and I will insert photos probably for you guys to see. But I really enjoyed this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. It is a good palette. I'm not trying to degrade it in any way. It's just some colors are chunky, but the mattes are incredible. Like, blends like a charm. Yeah, let's get into the swatches, and I will see you guys in my next video.